week's midweek message of hope is actually about grace. First of all, what is grace? Basically, it's about favor, the free and undeserved help that God gives us to respond to his call and to live our lives. It's based on God's mercy and not on our merit. You see, we can't earn God's grace. It's a gift. I like gifts. Do you like gifts? And we don't have to wait for our birthday or any other special occasion to receive this gift. I mean, God has made it available to us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And having been given God's grace, then we can and should reflect grace in our lives. But it isn't always easy to do that. Sometimes the curves that life throws us or hands us can make it very difficult to turn around and show favor or undeserved help to others. But as we grow in grace and knowledge of Jesus, our desires, our motivations, and our behaviors are transformed, and we can be gracious. The dictionary defines graciousness as marked by kindness and courtesy, and to have a generosity of spirit. Now, depending on which translation of the Bible, both the Old and New Testament, you read, the word grace appears between 122 times in the New Revised Standard Version and approximately 170 times in the King James Version. And it appears more in the New Testament than the Old. So grace is pretty important. In fact, grace can be seen as the basis for how we see ourselves. 1 Corinthians 13, 1 and 10, by the grace of God, I am what I am. It can be the basis for our behavior. 2 Corinthians 2, 12, we behaved in the world by the grace of God. It can also be our strength for living. Be strengthened by the grace that is in Jesus Christ, 2 Timothy 2 and 1, for it is good for the heart to be strengthened by grace, Hebrews 13 and 9. Grace should be the way that we speak. Let your speech always be gracious. See definition of gracious above, Colossians 4:6. Grace can be the basis for how we respond to difficulty and suffering. In Hebrews 4:16, it says, we get grace to help in time of need. Grace can help us when we're looking towards our future. God in his grace is everlasting, so set your hope fully on the grace that will be brought to you in the revelation of Jesus Christ, 1 Peter 1:13. The gospel is all about God's grace through Jesus Christ. That's why Paul calls it the gospel of the grace of God in Acts 20 and 24, and the word of his grace in Acts 14 and 3. And the Bible summarizes the message from Genesis in Revelation 22:21. The grace of the Lord Jesus be with you all. So today, the free gift of grace is yours to accept, and then to demonstrate that grace in your life through graciousness towards others. I hope this is meaningful for you. Have a great week.